set of things. I did write it down today, but I noticed that it's still really hard to read over the camera. So can everybody see this? Not really? No, kind of? Okay, yeah, cool, awesome. I was really worried that you guys couldn't really read this over the camera. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, which I'll just get a whiteboard next time. Backward stepping lunges with heavy weights. So you can move your little box out of the way. Have the heavy weights up on the shoulders or right by your side, and it's up to you. Backward stepping lunge, making sure you're keeping that toe and the heel on the ground for each side. Then we're gonna do sumo squat. So you're taking that heavy weight, holding it just like a goblet. Feet a little bit wider, toes pointed out. Squatting down. Knees go right over the toes. And then upright row. So you're taking those heavy weights again. That's for 8 times, by the way. And then upright row, elbows nice and high. Let me back up so you guys can see. And hands stay down for 8. That timer is going to go for 4 minutes. For those of you who haven't done Worx before, this is a 4-minute timer. You're going to go through these exercises as many times as you can in those 4 minutes, and then we're going to stop, take a minute break, and instruct the next, excuse me, I can't talk today. I'll instruct the next set of things, and then we'll move on. Does anybody have any questions? Good morning, Martha. Right. So let me set my timer real quick, and we'll go ahead and get started. Ready? And begin. Make sure we're going backwards. So instead of stepping forwards for me, we're gonna go backwards. There you go. For 4 each side. And then it's those sumo squats. Good morning. Good morning, Gail. Can you hear me okay?
Hello, I can hear you now.
Awesome. So what we're doing right now is strength 1. So we have 4 backward stepping lunges for each side. Sumo squats. So we're feet nice and wide here. Goblet hold, nice heavy weights for 8. And then upright row, elbows nice and high, heavy weights again for 8. I'm gonna have you go ahead and adjust your camera so I can kind of see everything. And then I'm gonna have you mute your microphone, okay?
Do I hear, or do I need, would you say I need some weights?
Heavy weights, yes.
Heavy weights, anything else?
For this one, no, but you will eventually need a box or a bench, and then some light weights as well.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining.
Sure. Thanks for the password.
Of course.
So I have to mute the microphone from my end, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You guys are doing awesome, guys. Not to be like a little creeper, and I'm really staring into the camera here today. And you know, I'm actually going to have you tilt your camera down just a little bit lower so I can see your legs and how your feet are right now and your foot placement when you're doing those lunges. I don't know if you can hear me okay. Thank you, ma'am. Awesome. Terry, those lunges look great. Katie, I noticed that your knees are going forward a little bit when you kind of come out here. They're kind of going like this, and then they're going forward a little bit. I'm gonna have you like really focus on, instead of your knees going out like this, knees going out here. So instead of like straight out, they're kind of going at an angle here, and then you're gonna sit back for me. That looks a little better. Get your feet a little wider. There you go. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Awesome, Stephanie.
How many sumo squats again?
Sumo squats are for 8. What do we got? Good morning, Shraddha. How are ya? All right. I'm going to have you mute your microphone. I'm going to have you set it up so I can kind of see everything. And then what we're doing right now is we're in the middle of strength 1. We have a little less than a minute left. We have about 45 seconds, guys. So if you guys are doing anything on one side, make sure you're doing it with the other side and finishing even by the time the timer goes off. If you want to wait just about 30 seconds, and we'll move on to the next thing. actually hear my music? Give me a thumbs up if you can. No, that's all right. Awesome upright rows, guys. Stephanie, get those elbows a little higher for me. There you go. Beautiful, Betsy. Those look great. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stop for me, guys. All right, let me get this changed up real quick. The next up we're doing is plyometrics. So this is going to be a 6-minute timer instead of a 4-minute timer. The next set of things, sorry, I'm using my lovely Catan box. I don't know if anybody's ever played, but it's a wonderful game and you should all try it. First thing you're going to need is your box. So we have our box here, or if you have a bench of any sort, this will work too. You're going to start out with your feet wide here. You're going to jump in towards your box. Your feet are going to be wide again, and then out wide, in wide for 10. Floor to ceilings. So you're going to squat down towards the floor, feet nice and wide, jump up towards the ceiling, come back down, squat towards the floor. That's for 10. Then we're going to do laying leg raises. Let me move my lovely box out of the way. You're going to be laying down right here. Straight legs as straight as possible, coming down as low as you can, as long as your lower back is staying on the ground. I don't need your kitty. That is for 10. Up and overs on the box. So again, box right here, narrow, and then this is the long side. So you're going to step on it, up and over for 10 each side. Now, if you guys need modifications for this, if your box or your bench or whatever does not accommodate for that, let me know, and I will come up with a modification for it. And the last one is up-down planks. So you're in plank position, you're going to go down on your forearms, come up on your hands again. If you're doing them on your knees, that is perfectly okay. Just make sure you're keeping your toes on the ground. And that is for 5 each side. And don't worry, I'll have it sitting up here again. Does anybody have any questions before we begin?
Yeah, I just have a chair, so if you can give me something else for up and overs.
Up and overs? Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do, can I see what your chair looks like? I know this sounds really weird.
It's like a, I just feel like I can, I don't know that it's quite sturdy enough for me to like put forward.
Step onto, okay. So what I'm gonna have you do instead is I'm gonna have you come up here, down into a lunge, come up, like a plyo lunge. So you're gonna lunge here, come up, jump, lunge here, come up, jump. And you're gonna do that for 5 each side.
Okay.
Does anybody else have any modifications, any questions? Nope. All right, guys, let me take a drink of my coffee real quick. You know, important things. Set this up here so everybody can kind of see. And then 6-minute timer. You guys ready? And begin. So scary monsters, remember jumping in wide and then out wide. And if you need a modification for this, let me know. You guys are doing great. Terry, make sure your feet are out wide when you jump out away from the box as well as jumping in towards the box. So feet wide here, same thing, jump out, feet wide. There you go. Alrighty, beautiful guys. And then after that, it is floor to ceiling. So remember, we're squatting down towards the ceiling, squatting down toward the floor, jumping up towards the ceiling for 10. And once you're done with those, it is the laying leg raises. So you're laying down on the ground and you're bringing your feet as straight as you can from the floor to the ceiling. Beautiful. Make sure you're keeping those legs as straight as possible, guys. Take your time with this. A lot of core strength here, guys. Beautiful. Once you're done with the laying leg raises, it is up and overs for 10 each side, or if you need a modification, it is the plyo lunges. Gail, those look awesome. Love the floor to ceilings. Shada, those up and overs look fantastic. Beautiful, Anita. Arshea, those laying leg drops look great. All right, once those are done, up and overs, remember, for 10 each side, and then up down planks for 5 each side. Beautiful. Try to make those up and overs as fast as you can, guys, because remember, we're trying to keep that heart rate up, okay? Beautiful, Marka. Love the plyo lunges. Those look great. All right, and when you're done with those up-down planks, it is right back up to the scary monsters. Beautiful, Katie. Try to keep that butt down a little bit for me. There you go. That's perfect. Take your time with these. All the core stuff, I know it's a little harder to get your mind wrapped around, like, okay, take your time instead of speeding through it, but sometimes it's a lot easier. It may be a lot harder, but it's a lot better for you in the long run. Make sure you're breathing, all that fun stuff. I love the homemade device right here. We got it going, RJ. That's beautiful. Awesome. We got about 3 minutes left, a little less. We're halfway there. Good. You guys are doing fantastic. Beautiful floor to ceiling, Betsy. Make sure we're squatting down, not just bending down. Good. These look great. All right. Brianna, try to keep those legs a little straighter if you can. I know it's a little difficult when you get up to the top. Sometimes your legs want to bend a little bit, especially if you've got really tight hamstrings. Which one did you just finish, the scary monsters? It's floor to ceilings next, Gail. Make sure we're getting those feet wide for me. There you go. That looks great. Beautiful, Shraddha. Got about a minute left, guys. So remember, if you're doing anything on one side, just make sure you're doing it on the other. Awesome, Betsy. Those backward stepping lunges look great. Beautiful, Anita. Those up and overs look adorable. It looks like you got a little dance moves going in there. I like it. Awesome, Marka. Those up-down planks look fantastic. 30 seconds, guys. Don't stop on me, okay? I know we're getting tired. I know it's a little struggling a little bit, and that's okay. Push through it. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stop for me. All right, let me get this changed up real quick here. All right, so next up, we're going to be on to strength 2. This is going to be our 4-minute timer again. So this is going to be our lighter weights, so you no longer need the heavy weights. All right, so what we're going to be doing is surrenders. So you're going to, again, take those light weights. You're going to start out on your knees right here. You're going to stay crouched the whole time, weights up on the shoulders. You're going to bring one leg up, then the other, back down with that same leg, come up with the opposite leg, again staying crouched, back down with that same leg. We're going to do 8 on each side, kneeling pour outs. So you guys are If you guys don't have like super light weights for this, you guys can always grab soup cans or a water bottle because these are a little challenging. So you're gonna be on your knees here. I don't want your shoelaces laying on the ground. I want your feet to come up. I don't know how well you can see this. There we go. And then we're gonna pour out. So shoulder weight or shoulder height, and you're gonna turn those wrists, kind of like you're pouring tea. And then rotational superheroes. So that's for 12, by the way, for the kneeling pour outs. Rotational superheroes. So you're starting here. You're gonna twist your leg and your torso. You're gonna press up with the opposite arm. Twist again, this side. So here and here, here and here. Make sure you're twisting your feet as well for 8 each side. Does anybody have any questions? No? All right. Let me go ahead and get my timer started up. It is for 4 minutes, starting with the surrenders. Let me see if you guys, everybody see that okay? You can always twist it, there we go. All right, and begin.
How many surrenders again?
For 8 each side. Make sure we're trying to stay crouched, guys. Beautiful. These surrenders look great, everybody. Next up is those kneeling pour outs. So once you're finished with those 8 each side, go ahead and go on your knees here. Don't forget, like if you have like a rough time going on your knees, like Stephanie over here, you can always grab a pillow to do that for the surrenders or the kneeling pour outs. Or you can grab like a couch cushion or however you need to do that. Anything to support your knees. And for those kneeling pour outs, it's for 12. And then rotational superheroes after that for 8 each side. And if you can't remember what something is, just don't feel free to, ask me. Beautiful pour outs, guys. Good. Awesome. Good. Make sure for those rotational superheroes, we're not only twisting our torso and our arms here, but we're also twisting that leg or coming up on that toe. Not superhero pose here. So as you guys are twisting, I want you to come up on the toe, come down, come up on the toe. Make it feel like a superhero today, guys. Come on. Good. After those rotational superheroes, it's right back up to the top for surrenders for 8 each side. We're over halfway there, guys.
Ashley, the surrenders are killing my back.
They're killing your back? Absolutely. So what we're going to go ahead and do instead is I'm going to have you go ahead and weights up on the shoulders here. I'm going to have you squat pulse. Or for 12. So instead of fully coming up, do that for 12. And let me know if that still bothers your back, okay? Keep your feet a little bit more narrow for me, and then I'll help burn those quads the same way. That help a little bit? Good. Awesome, Betsy. Love the rotationals, or the kneeling pour outs. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Forgive me, guys. It's morning, and I haven't even had a full cup of coffee yet. Almost there, guys. We got about 15 seconds. Don't stop on me now, okay? Beautiful, Terry. Beautiful, Marka. All right, go ahead and stop for me. Excuse me. All right, next up is upper body. Here we go. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is a straight arm pullover. So you guys are gonna be laying down on your mat or on your floor, however you want to do this. All right, so I think I'm far back enough that you guys can see. If you can't, let me know. You guys are gonna start with your knees bent and your hands with holding this weight almost like a diamond shape right here. And then you're gonna start at your chest. You're gonna go all the way back past your head, straight arms, and then all the way to your chest again for 10. Then we're gonna go ahead and take your lighter weights again. We're gonna do flies, but we're gonna do this a little bit different. It's gonna be pinkies out. So usually we do it like this. We're gonna have like our fingertips facing in. This time we're gonna have our fingertips facing down. Our pinkies are gonna be out, slightly bent over here, straight back, and fly through here. And then we're gonna do side raise with alternating let down. So for 6 each side. So one arm stays up while you do 6. Then the other side for 6. And then we're gonna do it again, thumbs out, fly. So fingertips facing outward, thumbs out right here, towards the sky, and flies. Okay, mister. Sorry guys, my cat's going crazy. We just finished eating. All right, and that's for 10 as well. Everything is for 10 except for the side raise for 6 each side. All right, does anybody have any questions? This is a 4-minute timer. No? Okay. Again, sorry about my cat. I think he's just going nuts. All right, let's begin. I'm removing you from this room. All right, so the first one is the straight arm pullover, guys. Sorry.
Can you just do the first set with us, just to?
Yeah,
make-
absolutely. Can you guys see me okay? I know I moved the box. There we go. All right, so straight arm pullovers. This is gonna be for 10. Then you're gonna come up with your other light weights and you're gonna do a pinkies out fly. So your pinkies are facing up toward the sky. Nice fly for 10 here. Then we're gonna do our side raise with the alternating let down. So for 6 each side, side raise here. And then we're gonna do a thumbs out fly as well for 10. So thumbs facing towards the sky. Hands were a little ambitious. Whew. Beautiful, guys. And then once you're done with the thumbs out fly, it's straight up back to the top for straight arm pullovers. And then, again, if anybody needs any modifications, please feel free to turn on your mic and ask. Terry, those look great. Same thing, Stephanie. Awesome. All of these straight arm pullovers look great. Beautiful, guys. Once you're done with the straight arm pullovers, it's pinkies out fly. And then right after that is the side raise, alternating letdowns. Pardon me, I'll hold this here. I'll take a drink of my coffee. Beautiful. Stephanie and Brianna, I'm gonna have you step back for a second, that way, or at least adjust your camera, that way I can kind of see what you're doing for the side raise. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Same thing, Katie. I might have you do the same thing for those side raises. Actually, I might have you do this on your knee. Oh, wait, no, you're doing the flies. Never mind. Ignore me. All right, guys, that was 4 minutes. Go ahead and stop. We're moving on to core. All right, so the next up, we're gonna be doing V-sit in and outs. So back far enough here. We're gonna be in V-sit position, so hands off the ground if you can. If you need to, you can always put them behind you. You're gonna go in and out for 10, straight legs, then together, pull them back in. Now, if you need to, if this bothers your back or your butt or your hips or anything like that, feel free to put like a pillow or a cushion underneath of you, because I know I have back problems when it comes to this one, especially like recently. So putting a cushion under there does really help, maybe a big pillow or a blanket or something like that. The next thing we're gonna be doing here, I swear to God, Kat, if you attack me while I do this again, I'm gonna be so mad. All right, so from here, crunches for 20. Now you're just bringing that shoulder blade off the ground here. Remember, we're not jutting that head forward, we're keeping it back here, and you're just moving through the core for 20. Next up, we're doing dead bugs. So you're taking your 2 light weights here. Sorry. All right, this one's gonna be a lot of coordination, so I apologize for those of you, including me, who are not coordinated. You're gonna start here with everything bent, 2 weights right in hand. You're gonna bring your right arm back and your right knee back towards your chest. So straight arm. Your left leg is gonna straighten out and your arm is gonna go down as well. Then you're gonna switch, come back towards the middle, opposite side. There you go. Dead bugs for 5 each side. Making sure you're keeping those arms straight. And then the last one is laying single leg extension. So you're gonna be here on the ground, legs are gonna be bent, and you're gonna take 1 leg at a time, straighten it out, take your time, pause at the end, come back, pause at the end, come back. Remember, I want your lower back to stay on the ground, that way it doesn't hurt. So if you need to, you can always take your shoulder blades off the ground, help your lower back round out and stay there. Does anybody have any questions before we begin?
Okay, just do the first set with us.
I'm sorry?
Just do the first set with us, so
Absolutely.
to make sure that we are not missing on anything.
Good. Any other questions?
How many leg extensions?
Oh, 5 each side, sorry. All right, and then I'll leave this up here as well. All right, are we ready? 4 minutes. Starting with V-sit in and outs. Let's go ahead and begin. Right after in and outs, it is crunches for 20. Oh, you were gonna feel the burn today. And after those lovely 20 crunches, you're gonna be doing dead bugs for 5 each side. And then drop the weights here. And you're gonna be doing single leg extension for 5 each side. And then back up to the top for in and outs for 10. All right, we are halfway there, guys. You guys are doing great. Awesome, Marka. Awesome, Gail. I know the crunches take forever. Sorry, guys. All right, we got a little less than a minute left, so make sure if you're doing something with right and left or and whatnot, just make sure you're doing both sides by the time the timer gets done. That way it's all even. Love the form on the dead bugs, Brianna. Beautiful, Arshea. Those look great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, now it's time for the wall. So those of you who haven't done this before, it is going to be 30 seconds of work with 5 seconds of transition time to get into the next movement. So this isn't for a count or anything. So you're just going to be waiting for me to tell you to start and stop, or if you can hear my timer. I know I don't want to turn it up super loud because then you just can't hear anything I'm saying other than the music. So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to be doing here, you can take a weight for this. You can take soup cans for this, water bottles, however you want to do this. So weights in hand, jump back, jump in, come up, press up towards the sky. These are a double press. Grinders are next. So box here, you're going to start with one leg flat-footed up towards the box. The other one is straight back, just like so. And you're going to hop or step in if you need to. Other leg is going to be flat up by the box. The other one straight back and forth here. Then butt to box. So from here, or you can use couch, chair, however you need to do this. Nice butt to box for 30 seconds. And then the last one is going to be for a bear crawl. Now, if you don't have a ton of room, that's okay. I have a modification for that. So bear crawl. So you're going to be kind of in plank position, or if you kind of look like this, the only thing we're going to do differently is take our knees up off the ground. Keep your butt nice and low. We're going to walk. Really? Sorry, he really wants to play today, guys. Walk back and forth. Now, if you don't have a ton of stop. Now, if you don't have a ton of room, that's okay. You can always pick one leg up at a time if you don't have a lot of room to walk back and forth. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? No? All right. So for the first 30 seconds, it's going to be that double press again, kind of like a burpee. Now, if you need to step in and step back out, that's perfectly fine too. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and begin. Double press, 30 seconds. Beautiful, guys. Make sure you're pressing that weight nice and high. Oh, stop. All right, go ahead and stop for me, guys. You have 3 seconds to get into groiners. Use that box or a bench or a chair. Beautiful. And again, if you need to step and do these, that's perfectly fine. You got 10 seconds, guys. And stop for me. Butt to boxes next. You can use a chair, you can use a bench, a couch, however you need to do this. And begin. You don't have to go all the way down and touch the box. Remember, you don't want your knees to go past your toes, and you don't want to be leaning forward, so I couldn't read your shirt or anything. So if you don't go all the way down, that's perfectly fine. Go down as low as you can. That is comfortable. Three, 2, and 1. All right, guys, bear crawls are next. Now remember, if you don't have a lot of space here, you can just lift one leg up at a time, kind of like a donkey kick, so keeping that leg bent. Go ahead and begin for me. Keep those butts down. That is the biggest struggle of this one. You're gonna feel a lot of burn through the quads here and through the core. You guys are doing fantastic. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stop for me. Back up to the top, double press. All right, and begin. This is round 2. We have one more round after this. Go ahead. Now, if you guys want to go ahead, and if you guys are struggling to go all the way down to the bottom towards the ground, you guys go ahead and use a bench or a box instead of going all the way to the ground. These look great, guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stop. All right, groiners are next. Remember that foot up by the box, nice flat foot. The other one's back towards the ground, or back towards the in plank position. Go ahead and start for me. Now, some of you might have really tight hip flexors, so this might be a little, a nice good stretch for you as well. So if you take an extra second, deep into that, move the pelvis deeper into that box, you're gonna feel a nice stretch through the hip flexor as well. And stop for me. Butt to box is next. And begin. Nice quick pace for this one. I know, we're almost at the end of your workout, guys. Now make sure that you guys are also keeping those heels on the ground. I know it's easy when you guys are going towards a box or towards some type of, goal here that your heels or your toes tend to come up. Just try to make sure you're keeping both of those on the ground, even if you don't go as low. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and stop. Bear crawls are next. Begin. Good. Arshay, just go ahead and keep those legs bent. When you come up for that bear crawl, so your legs stays bent, kind of like a donkey kick. It doesn't come all the way out here. It's just a nice little lift. That looks great. 2, 1, and stop for me. All right, one more round, guys. Double press. Begin. Ten seconds. Breathe through this, guys. Take your time. And stop for me. Groiners. begin. All right, go ahead and stop for me, guys. Butt to box. And begin. Come on, I know we're tired. I know we're almost there. Come on. Remember, keep those chests up. Good. Six seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, bear crawl is the last one. We only have 30 seconds left, guys. Breathe, take a drink, and begin. Brianna, shut that butt down just a little bit. Beautiful, guys. Seven seconds. And stop for me. Alrighty, guys, you are done. How does everybody feel? You guys can go ahead and turn your mics on, by the way. All right. Well, guys, are we live?
Yeah.
Barely.
Barely, I love it. All right, so you guys are free to go, but if you want, you guys can go ahead and stay for the core workout. It's gonna go ahead and start here soon. I know people are gonna be joining and whatnot. Does anybody have any questions for me at all? If you guys wanna like continue doing this throughout the week, I can always, I have the videos and everything posted up on Facebook, but if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know, okay? All right.
So actually, you tricked us.
What do you mean?
Well, I told
I'm
my
able to do
sister-in-law
core
that you were
workout
doing core first, so she should join us for
I'm
core.
sorry.
I'm good. Thank you. We got a bit of core in there.
Well, we do have core next, so you are welcome to stay for this.
I think that was a great first starter class. That was good.
No, it's a very challenging class. I know. I apologize. I know core is usually first and then it's Worx, but they wanted this. I know the team got together and they wanted everything to stay how it was when they posted it online and have Worx first and then core. So I apologize for those of you who were confused and how I was confused as well. Does anybody have any questions or anything?
I'm doubtful if I can do core with this sore body now.
I know you can. You're gonna be core. It's gonna be challenging, but it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So it was wonderful meeting all of you new people. I don't think I've met Gail before, and Arshia, it was lovely to meet you guys. I would love to see you guys again soon. I will be here. So for next class, of course, I'll be here on Fridays as well at 7:30. It might change to earlier times. We haven't quite decided on that yet, depending on what everybody thinks is best. And I know we guys, went ahead and took a poll on Facebook as well to see what times worked best for you guys for classes. Don't forget that we do have Friday's class tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. I'm trying to think if there's any other things that I'm missing for announcements. I don't believe so, but then again, I've been wrong before.